My name is Hesna Muhammad. And I'm really not sure how to ask the question. It's about unconditional love. Is there, or what circumstance does one not consider unconditional love as the way to move or be? Should we always practice unconditional love, or is there a time when that is not wise or safe?
Yes. Before I go into it, the moment you say unconditional, you're already given up ideas of safety. So the truly, genuinely, the person who loves unconditionally doesn't care about his or her own safety. But that's at the end. Let's start at the beginning. Everybody values love. It starts with wanting to be loved rather than giving love, but wanting to be loved. Children, it's very natural for children to want and need love. It's interesting. Who loves more, children or parents? Parents, yes. You don't have to be hesitant about it. There is no doubt about it. Our parents loved us much more than we loved our parents back. Maybe we loved them more when we grew up and we began to understand them more, and then we loved them more. As kids we sort of took them for granted. Maybe we were affectionate, but alright. But it's strange. It's parents who do everything for the children. And children should love, be much more grateful and love parents much more. Because they don't do anything for the parents. The parents do everything for us. But it's the other way around. And that shows us something interesting about love. The more you do something for somebody or some cause or some organization, whatever you're doing for, the more we serve, the more we give, the more we love. It sounds counterintuitive. It should be that the more we receive, the more we should love. We are not very grateful creatures. But if we give, we love. The more we love, the more we give, the more we sacrifice, the more we serve, the more we invest our time, energy, our life into, the more we love that thing, that person, that place, that work, that creation, whatever it is, wherever your love is thrown, we love that more. So it begins with wanting love, that's preliminary. That is childlike or childish. Very soon it grows into a mature form of love where you give love. But you also want love in return. It's little bit transactional. Often that is, friends, spouse, partners, that kind of thing is there. I benefit from your love and appreciation. But I also give my love and appreciation in service. That's normal. That's decent. That's what holds human society together. But there is something higher than that. What you said is unconditional love. Love without asking for anything in return. Where you become more and more, you become love itself. And that unconditional love no longer looks for return. Because that unconditional love is more return than anybody else could give. It is so full of joy. So full of, it makes your life meaningful. So once one tastes a little bit of that, without any philosophy also, philosophy can help. But once one tastes a little bit of that, it makes your life immediately meaningful. A monk said this once, talking about the different forms of spiritual practice. He said, "Do you want to be happy right now and continuously happy and maximally happy? Yes. Fall in love with God. Fall in love, it will make you happy. But with human beings it is mixed with a lot of unhappiness. But fall in love with God, or another way, unconditional love. It will make you happy right now and maximally so. Immediately happy, if you love. Love is there in the heart, happiness is immediate. Second, he says, do you want peace? Yes. Then meditate. Shut down the world, quieten the body and the senses. Silence the speech, quieten the mind. In that serenity, in the silence you will find peace. Meditation gives you peace. And finally he goes on, do you want truth? Then come to Advaita. What is real? But back to unconditional love. Just 2 more points and then I will stop. Unconditional love will also be expressed as service. I quoted Swami Ranganathananda there, that when you close your eyes do you feel peace within? When you open your eyes, do you feel love? Is it expressed as service? Is the attitude, what can I do for you? And I feel myself gratified, glorified, fulfilled by being able to love and do for others. I don't want anything back. The genuine lover actually doesn't want anything back. Vivekananda says, give, give and do not look back. The one who looks back, his ocean dwindles to a drop. Do not look back. When you do not look back, you have an ocean behind you. An ocean of giving. And you begin to realize our infinite capacity for giving internally. It's a great thing to have. Swami Vivekananda, he says, what we are talking about non-duality, Advaita, and this unconditional love, he says this way. Let all vision cease. Or if you cannot, dream but truer dreams, which are unconditional love and service free. We are living in a world of dreams, mostly nightmares. Most of our dreams, if you look back, if you remember just after waking up, they are usually just like mental chatter, meaningless, garbage basically. Not harmful, not particularly useful either, except to a therapist. Some of the dreams are nightmares. So our life is a network of dreams in which we are spinning our wheels, repeating the same patterns all over again and again. Mixture of pleasure and pain. Or sometimes it's a lot of pain. Nightmares. So Vivekananda says, if you cannot break free of all of this, if you cannot become enlightened right now, and we have to say I can't. It's too difficult. In that case he gives us this best philosophy of life, the highest, noblest and practical philosophy of life. He says, if you cannot stop dreaming, then dream but truer dreams. Better dreams. Dream a better dream. What's a better dream? What's the best possible dream? Unconditional love and service free. Give love without expecting. Does not matter how people take it or react to you. And serve freely. Okay. You asked a question about safety. I'll conclude with that. Safety is important. It's practical. Why? Until you are practically a saint, who doesn't care about his or her physical well-being, material well-being. Until we are that. Until that point we are on the journey. We have not completed the journey. And we need a little bit of safety. Sri Ramakrishna says a fence is built around a sapling. You put a sapling in the ground and build a fence around it. Otherwise the goats and cows, if you are in India, they'll come and eat up the sapling. We have the sapling of spirituality in our lives now. It's just beginning. It's budding. You need to protect it. There are people who will ruin it. Because we are not strong enough to resist. So Sri Ramakrishna gives the example of the snake who was here. The snake who would bite. And once a mendicant, he says a brahmachari, a spiritual traveler comes along. And the people of the place say, don't go there sir, there is a snake, a vicious cobra which bites. And he says, it doesn't matter, I have a mantra which will mesmerize the snake. And the snake comes hissing to bite. And this novice, he uses his mantra and the snake becomes like a worm. And the novice says, this mendicant, the spiritual traveler, he says to the snake, why are you so vicious? Why do you bite? I'll give you a mantra, you repeat this mantra, it will take you to enlightenment, you will become enlightened and realize God. And he gives him the mantra and the snake is very overcome and says, sir, what must I do? Well, repeat the mantra and don't bite anybody. Don't bite and don't be vicious. And then he says, I'll come back. And he goes away. And the people of the neighborhood, they begin to see the snake has changed its nature. It's no longer hissing, no longer threatening. Until one of the mischievous shepherd boys picks up the snake by its tail and swings it around and smashes it on the ground. And they think that the snake is dead. And the snake somehow at night, it crawls back into its hole, it's injured. But it lives and it comes out rarely because it was afraid of the shepherd boys. And a year later, the brahmachari, the spiritual traveler is back. And he says, where is that snake? Oh, I think it's dead. It can't be dead. It can't die before attaining enlightenment. I've given it a powerful mantra. Let me go. And he finds and he calls out, and hearing the voice of his guru, the snake crawls out of the hole. I'm literally telling you the detailed story as narrated by Sri Ramakrishna. And then the guru, the spiritual traveler, he says to the snake, "Why are you so thin?" "Oh, because I have been subsisting on roots and fruits." "No, that's not it. There's something else that happened." Finally the snake's out, and oh yes, once those mischievous boys, they had dashed me on the ground and I got hurt. It has become so non-violent, it had no anger in the mind. Didn't remember, with a feeling of revenge or grudge against those mischievous boys. Then the guru, he said, "What a fool you are. I told you not to bite. Did I tell you not to hiss?" So, the point being, safety is important for a long period. That's why we have monasteries, we have convents for nuns, you have ashrams, you have communities. Spiritual communities, churches, so that like-minded people who are devout, who want spiritual growth can be together in a community. It's a protection. And one must not be unwise. How wise a person is when they are building up their business. How wise and careful a person is when they are raising a family, when they have something to protect. Well, you have something to protect, the greatest treasure there is, which is spirituality. One must be wise. Don't bite, but don't forget to hiss also. Unconditional love, if you proclaim it on your Facebook status, there will be a lot of immediate people who will take advantage of unconditional love, will be very unspiritual and nasty people. I need some unconditional love, so sign me over all your property or money or whatever it is. No. One must be wise there.